Welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, and our guests today are Professor Terrence Pratt from Yavapai College and Professor Carly Way, also from Yavapai College, and they are here with us today to help educate the community about Yavapai College and all the courses that you offer, financial assistance, advisors, learning center, and we have the new service learning program. So we are going to spend the next half hour learning all about the opportunities that every community member in the Verde Valley has to learn more and to increase their educational opportunities. So first of all, I'd just like to start out with having the public or our television audience learn a little bit more about the two of you. So I'd just like you to share, we'll start with Professor Pratt, share a little bit about your tenure at the college. You've been there quite some time, and where you graduated and how you got to today at Yavapai College.
Yes, I've been here. I just completed my 21st year.
Congratulations.
And I've loved being here. Previous to that, I taught at a university in Mississippi.
Okay.
That's where I did my graduate degree, and I did my undergraduate in Vermont. And I teach English and creative writing, including literature courses in English. And I just am so excited that I get to do something for a living that I love to do, and that it has such a positive effect on our community. When I go out in the community, I see ex-students and I see them successful. I find it very rewarding, and it convinces me that, yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
Wonderful. And the professor and I both serve on the Cottonwood City Council together. He's been on the council for going on 8 years, I think.
Going on 8 years.
Going on 8 years. So he's out there in the community constantly working, and you also MC a lot of events for the city and for the Verde Valley Voices and other groups.
Yeah, I've MC'd for Verde Valley Voices, Cottonwood Community Band, Thunder Valley Rally, Walking on Main Street, and I used to do Rhythm and Ribs, but we don't do that anymore.
Right.
And I just love our community, and again, I'm so connected through the city council, and the college is such an integral part of our community, the whole Verde Valley, really.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up.
I was born in Massachusetts, and I don't have the accent, but I grew up in Connecticut. I received a very good education. I was lucky. I went to high school, to a private Catholic boys' high school, and had 4 years of Latin, 4 years of French, and just had a great educational background. And when I was trying to decide on a major, it was between horticulture, because I love gardening, and English. And I said, I should major in something I love to do anyhow, because I come from a family of readers, because we didn't have TV, we didn't have computers, and I was just nurtured early on to be a reader, and so I majored in something I loved.
Fantastic. And Professor Way, a little bit of history about you.
Okay, well, I actually grew up in Vermont, and we have that Vermont connection.
That's
I
right.
think Terrence mentioned to you that he was on my hiring committee, so that was one thing I noticed right away. I noticed where he went to school. I actually did my graduate work at Goddard College in Vermont, and it was life-changing. I earned my master's in psych and counseling there. And the thing about Goddard that I've taken with me throughout my teaching and my additional work for my PhD program was that you really tap into intrinsic motivation of students, and faculty really help to nurture that. And what that means is you really try to focus in on what's meaningful to the learner. How does it connect to what they want to know more about, what they want to be, what they're becoming, what their career goals are? And you write your own curriculum. It's a daunting task for, I did my traditional undergrad work in the Mountain West here, and it was check off the boxes, earn your degree, which is the way it's conventionally done. And once I went to Goddard, it was write your own curriculum. I went back.
Exciting.
It was, and I really did, I think, my best work there.
It
was
made it
very
more meaningful for
absolutely,
the
absolutely.
student. So I also have taken a class of yours.
Yes, you took interpersonal communication.
I did, and I just really enjoyed you as an instructor, and it was
thank you.
a wonderful class.
Well, again, I really tried to tap into what you want to learn. What are your goals, and how can we further that along? And that's something that we'll talk about a little bit later with service learning as well. But from Goddard, I earned my master's in psych and counseling, and I thought that I was interested in psychology, but it turned out that it was actually sociology. So I earned my PhD in sociology. I'm a lifelong learner. I just love learning in different fields, and again, try to encourage that in my students as well. Just learn about what you love.
Right, and so I actually should be calling you Dr. Wade.
Oh, that's fine. No, professor is just fine.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the opportunities that students have. Students can be anywhere from high school age all the way up to lifelong learners.
Yes.
People, we have the OLLI program, but let's talk a little bit about the things that you offer. You know, we talk about financial assistance and placement testing. Let's talk a little bit about those things. How would a student who, say, was working full-time, had a family, but wanted to get a degree or a certificate to help them earn more money or be more educated in their field, so they probably don't have a lot of extra cash on hand to attend college. How can Yavapai College help that student?
Well, it should be noted that if you go to Yavapai College, and especially if you're going to pursue an academic career, for your first 2 years, you're saving thousands of dollars. I like to think that while we're not all things to all people, we're many things to many people, and we're a very user-friendly college. If you are interested, the first thing you do is go to www.yc.edu and scroll around our homepage. And you can actually search for classes without a login number, and you can see all the different programs and classes we offer. Your next step is to go to the college itself, which is on Black Hills Drive in Clarkdale. It's up the hill. It's all the way up the hill. And you go to the I building. And in the I building, it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can get placement testing, financial aid advice, advising, you can register. And we're just a very user-friendly college, and we really are committed to serving our community. So we do invite you to come up and see us.
I was mentioning to you before that I consider our campus a hidden gem of Cottonwood
it is so
and the Verde
beautiful.
Valley. A lot of people don't realize we're there. It's not like you drive by and, oh, there's campus.
Right.
You kind of have to seek us out a little bit, but it's well worth it. We have award-winning landscapers even, and a lot of people have learned about our viticulture program, which we'll talk about. We actually have a vineyard, and I think we're going to be producing our first
wine crop.
Yes, wine crop this year. But it's
Tentatively this
beautiful.
summer.
Yes, we have a tasting room. It's just the coolest campus I think ever.
And you have programs that you've created in enology and viticulture. And you have a lot of students registered. It's a very sought-after program.
Oh, yes.
We have folks, I think, coming in really from all over the state, maybe even all over the nation, to attend these new classes that Yavapai College has created through the Southwest Wine Center.
Absolutely. But we're also a great place to go to complete your first 2 years of college. You know, tuition is so expensive at state universities around the country. It's a very cost-effective way to complete those first 2 years of college. And we're very friendly. We have a lot of course options. Online education, of course, is very popular, but we wanted to talk about a little bit later our hybrid offerings, where you go 1 day a week. I know we're a little out of the way, but you go 1 day a week, and then the rest of your class is online. So it kind of eases your way in if you're a little intimidated by online education. You get that one-to-one contact with your professors 1 day a week, or we have traditional lecture classes as well. And it's a great way to ease your way into the college experience, no matter whether you're right out of high school or you want a career change, whatever it might be. I wanted also to talk about, I know we're going to have a break here pretty soon, but I wanted to talk about some of the new programs we have. We have a culinary program that's starting.
That's very exciting. Well, how about if we go ahead and take a break and start out with the culinary program when we return?
Sounds great.
We'll be right back.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music. Playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, here with Professor Pratt and Professor Way. So we were going to talk about some new classes that have that are on the horizon. They're very exciting, and one is a culinary class. And why culinary?
Well,
because we have so much service industry in the Verde Valley and so much tourism.
and that is the natural fit. It really prepares people for careers in that industry. And we have culinary classes. We actually have a kitchen. The kitchen that we're going to be using is one in Camp Verde. And it's the, we're kind of leasing it out to do the cooking classes there.
And you had access to a commercial kitchen.
Yes, access to a commercial
and so
kitchen.
we're going to be starting the classes in Camp Verde.
Yes, exactly.
So anyone in the Verde Valley can take these classes and upgrade their skills and possibly raise their level of income.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And these jobs will get you right to work. I mean, they prepare you for careers, career changes.
And it should be noted that creating these classes is an answer to community need. We did a
Right.
lot of research. We talked to the people at the resorts, and they said, yes, we need people trained in these particular fields. We can have jobs for them. And we talked to people, and they said, yeah,
Because
if we want
Yavapai
culinary, we have to go to
College-
Scottsdale.
Yes.
We want
Yeah.
this up here.
Yavapai College really is in the community doing economic development every single day.
Yes.
Every day that you're working on economic development. You have the new, you have, let's see, Ms. Wright. Alex Wright is part of a new economic development thrust that Yavapai College is working on. Yavapai College helps the city of Cottonwood, all the communities, but they're helping us right now with our new economic development plan. They're a partner in so many things in our community to spur economic development. And so the culinary classes, the Southwest Wine Center, these have all been worked on for years,
Yes.
studied for years. And I know that Executive Dean James Perry has done some traveling to other entities that have culinary schools, and he's examined them and studied them and done all of the business planning that you would do to see, will this work? Will this work
Absolutely.
for our community?
Right.
So back to how a parent can save some money.
Okay.
So your child is interested in cooking. There's a lot of youth nowadays that really are interested in being chefs. And so rather than send them away, say to Scottsdale or someplace that's going to break the bank on your pocketbook,
Absolutely.
check out Yavapai College.
Sign up here, and while you're
Exactly.
at it, maybe take a few gen ed classes, because you may decide down the road to earn a 4-year degree, and we're an extremely cost-effective option to do that. We offer everything from math to English to social sciences, my field, sociology and psych, creative writing, literature, English, I mean, everything that you need that will transfer to a 4-year institution seamlessly. We work really hard on that to make sure our classes will transfer.
Right.
And I also wanted to mention, we were talking about the culinary program, the hospitality, there's a hospitality component as well.
Yes.
And those new classes are starting this fall. We have on our campus, and we also have our film center. The Film Institute has moved to our campus, so if people are aspiring screenwriters, they want to learn about the film industry, that is another great program starting this fall over here on our campus, so we're really lucky.
Right, and we have, so it's going to be on the Verde campus
Yes.
now. Are you collaborating with Mingus High School on that?
We,
In a limited way, but
In
I
a
think
limited
it's pretty
way,
much
we're
a
talking-
standalone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the other things is some of the folks that take these classes do it not for their academic career, but for enrichment.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I've had people in their 50s and 60s who want to tell their life story. So they take creative writing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not interested in transferring the credits, but they just come up there and they're welcome. And they add so much to the climate of our campus. When you get students in the class anywhere from 18 up through 60, you have such a diverse, interesting group from all different backgrounds, and it just makes it a richer experience for all involved. And so we get really excited about that. So we invite any community member to come on up there and take any class you want.
So an older resident might want to take a class for credit, or they might just want to take a class for enrichment.
Absolutely.
And then there's also the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. So the OLLI classes, that seems to be big in the Verde Valley.
I think
Classes
they have
that
700 members.
Yeah, 700 members. So it's, I spoke recently at one of their lunches about water issues. So it's very well attended and really enriches our community. The bottom line is Yavapai College adds immensely to the quality of life in our Verde Valley communities.
We just need more people to know about us because we've got so many great
And that's why we're here today.
Talking about the quality of life, the other thing that the college is trying to do, everyone knows we have a performing arts center over in Prescott. Our new dean, Dr. Craig Ralston, is trying to bring more and more of those acts over here to the Verde campus.
That's wonderful, too.
We did have Thelonious Monk Jr. this last
To the Mayberry
last fall.
Pavilion, if it's...
Yep, and they've been successful, and so we're trying to add that to the community too. And so look out for the public service announcements and attend our events.
Yes, absolutely. We've got a really great venue.
Absolutely. So if they want to see an event like that, they can go to www.yc.edu.
You got it.
And anything you want to know about Yavapai College, how to get into a class, what the next venue for entertainment is, anything is available on that website.
Yes.
It's pretty self-contained. Anything you want to do at Yavapai College can basically be done there.
And if you can't figure out what you're looking for, what is the solution to that?
That would be to call the Answer Center on our main campus, and I will give that number in a moment. I wanted to mention a shout out to a couple of other programs when we were talking about older learners, people who from all ages, backgrounds. We have a great ceramics program that we're really known for too, art.
That's true. For
we even
years
have-
and years
Yes.
and years, you've been known for the
Exactly.
arts.
Music
At
appreciation.
Yavapai College.
I was looking at our course listing for the fall. We have popular culture, we have arts and culture. We've got some really wonderful classes. And like I said, a lot of them will transfer.
And so we have some new classes. I printed these off from the website, but there's a bookkeeping class that's new. The Culinary Arts Fundamental is new. Enology is new. There's a fitness trainer instructor class that's updated.
Certification, yeah.
There's all kinds of, I used to take, for years, I took weightlifting at Yavapai College, and I just loved weightlifting. It was so much fun. I need to do it again, right?
We have stress management classes.
Integrated systems in engineering technician, updated a legal office clerk class, magnetic resonance is a new class. Media production, which
Of
we were
course.
talking about, is new. Media writing and
Yes,
producing
yes,
is
yes.
new. So that's not even all of the new classes. But many of them have also been updated. Advanced bookkeeping, basic tax, both of those are brand new.
And of course, we're known for our nursing program. Lots of people come for nursing.
And
so.
you have a CNA, a Certified
Yes.
Nurses Assistant program. And so you just, the nursing program, I was just talking to Dean Perry yesterday, and they often graduate like 100 students at a time from that program.
Right. And the pass rate on the state boards for our nursing students is one of the highest in the state.
That's fantastic.
They do very well. I just wanted to revisit the physical education classes again.
Okay.
You mentioned you took weight training. We offer so many different physical education classes, and I'm actually taking one right now. It's called Yoga Lattes. It's a combination of yoga and Pilates, and it's just a great, terrific class. And again, it's people of all ages from all around the community. And again, it just makes you feel good that we are providing this service to the community members. And of course, a few years ago, I took a yoga class from my colleague here.
Okay.
Yes, I teach yoga
You
too.
teach yoga also. And you know, some of the people I met in my weightlifting classes, and we're talking 20 years ago, I think, are still my friends today.
Yep.
You know, the college is a place where you can meet people, and it provides a social aspect to the quality of life. You know, there are just so many things that are so good about Yavapai College.
Yes.
So we need to take another quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Perfect.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. Mayor Diane Jones, your host, with Professors Terrence Pratt and Professor Carly Way, here with us today talking about Yavapai College. Yay! So exciting.
That is your alma mater.
Yes, it is.
I didn't mention that.
Yes, it is. I still take classes whenever I can. So let's talk about the number for this. Is it the Service Learning Center?
Actually, this is the Answer Center.
The Answer Center.
And I needed to pull it back up on my screen. But it's 928, of course, 634-6520. And remember, we were talking about the one-stop shop on campus. That's the one-stop number. If you have any questions at all about...
they can answer anything.
Right. And people and staff, if you want to come on campus, make that drive. Dare to drive up the hill. It's so beautiful once you get there.
The campus just recently, I think, had a $20 million infusion of updating and upgrading, and we funded the Southwest Wine Center. So there's just, you go out there and it is beautiful, it is peaceful, it's a place you want to hang out.
It is.
Right.
And there's a cafe there.
Yes,
people
we do.
Can come,
we have a union and
a union,
art gallery.
Art gallery, lots of art happens at Yavapai College. Ceramics and painting and lots of things like that. Let's talk a little bit about the library.
Oh, yes.
There's an amazing library at the college.
I didn't mention that yet. Yes.
Very well stocked. And we're part of that Yavapai County Library Network. So if we don't have the books, you can get it from one of the other libraries. We do have computers available for public use.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We have really great, friendly employees at our library.
We do.
Helpful,
everywhere. We have
So
helpful, friendly employees everywhere.
Right.
And they really serve the public really well. And then adjacent to the library, we have a learning center.
Okay.
And that is for students to get tutoring in case they're struggling in a class or just want to make sure they're getting their algebra down correctly or have somebody look at an essay they wrote for English or sociology.
One thing about community college, they're really there to help each student every step of the way.
We're all about student success, and we do our utmost to make sure you can be successful, yes.
Absolutely.
And we're known as the friendly campus.
Yes,
the friendly campus. I believe that.
Now,
Rudy Valley, we have friendly folks in our communities.
One other thing that the Learning Center, some of my students will go go to the Learning Center for help with even navigating through technology. So if anyone hasn't been to school for a while and you've heard about online and websites and all of these
Email,
things, yes,
yes.
they can help you navigate through your classes. I mean, I record my lectures, and sometimes people have a hard time accessing them. In the Learning Center, they'll help you with your classes and technology and all kinds of things.
So you could just go out and hang out there and study.
You can hang out there, absolutely. Another great place for community.
Yeah, and it becomes a learning community. And again, like you said, people become friends. They know each other. They work together, and it's just everything's positive. It's really, really kind of nice.
That's very exciting. Let's talk a little bit. We have about 4 minutes left, but we wanted to talk about service learning.
Okay. I would be
and
happy to do that.
And I can tell that's kind of a passion of yours.
It is a passion.
Learning.
I just took over this program. I'm actually looking for partnerships in the community, and I hesitated a little bit about getting into this because there was one more really cool program I wanted to talk about, which is our canine behavior certificate.
Well, let's go back to canine behavior because we can still have time to talk about
I think I can link them all together.
Okay, let's do that.
To the community. Well,
so the canine thing, everybody loves dog stories.
I know, and the canine behavior, it's actually a certificate that you can earn. And I mean, this is kind of near and dear to my heart and field. In psychology, we use operant conditioning, which is basically the foundation for canine behavioral training. But it prepares someone as a graduate to work in the field. You can work independently as a dog trainer or for an organization, for maybe even outreach with a vet or even with a nonprofit. And with the nonprofit tie-in, I can tell you a little bit about service learning. What I'm looking for, I just took over this position a couple of weeks ago. Of course, I'm teaching, but I'm also coordinating this program, and I'm looking for partners in the community, social agencies, schools even, nonprofits. Anyone, the trick is, I have students who, with service learning, what we're doing is tying learning to a particular class. And all classes have learning outcomes, things that you have to achieve. You remember.
Yes, I do.
Interpersonal communication. And so what we're trying to do is find ways, it's like a win-win-win, where it's a win for the student. They get practical experience in achieving this learning outcome. It's a win for the agency because they have an infusion of talent and students to help them with serving their community, their clients, their population, their agency. And hopefully it will be a win for faculty because my job is to make it easy for them and not one more additional piece of work. So what I'm looking for are agencies. I want a point person at the agency who can help me to collaborate on these projects and pretty much set up a plug and play for faculty. Here's our point person, here's the class it matches to, here's this person that you can talk to, and they'll make sure your students are there and meeting their needs as well, serving the community.
Fantastic.
So that's what I'm doing. So if anyone
I have a
wants
question.
to, yes.
If there were local organizations that were interested in this service learning,
Yes.
and would have room for a student who's involved in that, how would they go about doing that?
Well, thank you for asking that, Terrence. Of course they would email me. And
okay,
my
just want to make sure.
Yes. Yeah, I think that you have, there it is, right there. There's my email address. So feel free to email me, and I'm looking for someone to step up here and really partner. I teach full-time too, so I don't have time to develop it all myself, but it can be a win-win-win for everyone. And it's not just my classes. I mean, I would love to come up with something for a filmmaking class or a creative writing class.
Or an English class.
So would this be like a business you would be looking for as a partner or an individual?
Probably with service learning, we usually target nonprofits.
Okay.
It could be the mayor's office. It could even be something like helping to create a social media presence. I mean, tap into our student skills. They're all over. They know how to text and Twitter and Facebook and everything. I have things I can learn from them, but sometimes people need help with that, creating more of a social media presence. I'm just developing the opportunities now, so I'm all ears. If anyone wants, or all emails, I'm ready to receive emails. I'm all ears.
All right.
So.
Well, we are just about to the end of the class. Anything, end of the class, listen to me.
Yeah, there we go.
I wanted to mention one more thing.
Okay, please.
You asked about working people who don't have time. Well, if we have people who want to take classes but are hesitant about taking totally online classes, both my colleague here and I both do things called hybrid classes.
Okay.
Where you meet once a week face-to-face, and then the other class meeting is online, and we take you through the process in class on how to do the online portion of it.
Easier way.
And students like that face-to-face interaction, the hands-on, they get to see a real person, but it also makes them comfortable taking online classes in the future, because we do take you through the whole process.
All right.
So again, come look us up and enroll in a hybrid class and you'll enjoy it.
Yes.
So today we just barely had time to go through a few of the course offerings, and I'm sure that that piqued some folks' interest.
Hope so.
But there are so many more classes. There are so many more opportunities than what we talked about today. So I just would advise members of the public to get online if they can. If they don't do computers, they can go to the Learning Center, they can go to Building I and get their questions answered, and maybe they can learn to run a computer. Wouldn't that be exciting for someone?
There's a class for that
someone
too.
who hasn't been able to do that yet, is they could learn to run a computer and do email and get online and learn about the world. So thank you very much, both of you professors, for being here with me today. And hopefully we can come back and do this again, because we didn't get to talk about everything.
I know, there's so much.
There's so much at Yavapai College. And that's the way it is in Cottonwood.